Hi, this is Peter Sage, and on this video I want to share a few insights into a subject that almost everybody searches for at some point in their life, and that is the subject of happiness. Now, when I say the subject of happiness, I'm not going to give you the secret to happiness just now. I'm going to wait for about another 3 minutes before I tell you what it is. Otherwise, most people just discount it off the bat. So to start with, I'm here to tell you that one of the keys to happiness is to understand that the purpose of life is not to be happy. You see, people chase happiness as if it's some sort of end goal that they have to arrive at by having everything in their life perfect. Let me tell you something. You do not need a reason to be happy because joy is your natural state. What happens is our minds start kicking in when we tie our self-worth and our net worth together by thinking that the outer world has to fit certain pictures, certain bank balances, etc. in order for us to give permission to feel happy. It's like our belief system around happiness is the challenge, not happiness itself. It acts as the gatekeeper, like an umpire sitting at a tennis match. We say, oh, was the ball out? Can I be happy? And the umpire looks from his vantage point or her vantage point and says, yeah, I'll award you the point or not, based upon what we have voted on as being our rules to allow ourselves to be happy. Well, guess what? We are the umpire. We make up the rules. If I have a rule that says I have to have the right person in my life in order to be happy, and I don't have them, guess what? Game over. I lose. If I turn around and say, in order to be happy, I've got to remind myself that I was born a miracle. That I live in a time in society, in human history, that people have dreamt about for 2 centuries, and really sort of get to grips with the fact that you live in a time now where you can't even starve to death. Happiness is subjective, but I also say that happiness is not the outcome. Montaigne, the great French philosopher, said towards the end of his life, he said, most people searching for happiness inevitably will never be so, and I believe him, because the act of searching for happiness tells the umpire that the ball is currently out. So if you want the secret to be happy, I can give it to you very simply. And my friends, it doesn't happen any other way. The secret to be happy, the secret to more happiness in your life, is to think happy thoughts. Case closed. Because happiness is nothing more than a byproduct of thinking happy thoughts. Now, if you think lousy thoughts because you're not happy, guess what? The cart is before the horse, right? Wake up. If you say, well, in order for me to be happy, I've got to have so much in the bank, be debt-free, meet the girl of my dreams, guess what? You stack the deck against you, because how can you possibly be a person of value that attracts the person of your dreams while you're not being happy? You put yourself in a closed loop. So, if you understand that happiness is nothing more than an emotion made out of things like oxytocin, serotonin, and some really cool hormones and neuropeptides that allow you to feel a feeling of elation. But that's not the purpose of life. The purpose of life, my friends, is not to be happy. It is to be authentic. There are certain times in my life I don't want to be happy. I don't want to be happy at my mother's funeral. But I was fulfilled because there was no unspoken words. There was no unfinished conversations. I had a level of peace and fulfillment. Was I sad? Absolutely. Do I miss her to this day? Of course. But happiness is an emotion, and as human beings we're designed to feel a range of different emotions, not sit there and be sold on the whole notion of my life should be about being happy. That's not real. Good luck with trying to chase that one. But if you do want more happiness in your life, check your rules. What's your umpire saying? What has to happen before you allow yourself permission to be happy? I hang around with kids in Africa that have nothing, in the slums in Cape Town, or orphanages in Kenya, and I've noticed that the kids there have this spark, this innocence, this like, wow, there's a stranger coming to see us. What's it about? They're happy. They're not upset because they don't have the latest app or iPad, or their co-worker said something to them that they carry around with them for the rest of the day, being upset because their umpire says that I need somebody to agree with me every second of the day in order for me to feel happy. Get over it. You want more happiness? Think happy thoughts. You want a more fulfilling life? Stop chasing happiness and start being authentic. Feel the feelings that you have, because there isn't one emotion in the human body, out of all of the ride that we take, that unresisted doesn't turn to joy. It is our resistance to not finding happiness, my friends, that is the biggest obstacle en route to experiencing it. Have a think about that one. Hey, Peter Sage here. I'm back just to say I hope you enjoyed what you saw on that video, and remember that knowing and not doing is the same as not knowing. So it's about applying what you learn, not just being passively entertained by what you learn. If you like more of what I do, please subscribe to my channel so I can share more of my wisdom and insights with you to make a difference. Please also go to my website at petersage.com. I have a ton of free content for a lot of people there to add more value, and I hope to see you on another video soon.